is a man of deal, right? They tell you that in Proverbs, right? You want me to get this picture quicker? Proverbs. Right, Proverbs. Talk about I can't remember the precept. Maybe I get it. Proverbs 23 and I read from 1. It says, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. So when he shall come to you with deals, consider what's before you. Right? It says, and put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. You know, because one of the things Esau does, go back to even Yahawah. When Yahawah was in the wilderness, what happened? Satan come to him when he had a need. So in Jacob trouble, you're gonna have needs, right? Which is no need. If you don't believe in Yahawah, because the scripture say what? We're gonna eat and we're gonna drink and we're in have abundance. Right? The Lord is gonna provide for us. Now, when you actually get a need and He come to you and say, hey, listen, let me give you this deal. Because even now that has happened, right? When you go for an interview, what the person at interviewing telling you, hey, if you do this is gonna happen. I can push this for you, I can do this for you. But you gotta do some wicked ass, bitch ass thing, bro. You understand? So in other words, they're asking you for sell your soul on a small scale. Right. But Esau's gonna tell you what? Take the MOTV. And you're gonna be good, your family gonna be good. Guess what? They do that in the army. In the army, they tell you that if you go to war and you die or you get injured, we're gonna look you after. But you got a lot of soldiers that injure and nothing is happening for them. You understand? I got a little piece more here. He said, and put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. Be not desirous of this dainty, for they are deceitful meat. You can't trust Esau in this here, bro. You understand? It's deceitful meat. Whatever he's telling you is deceitful. But the scripture tell you, trust not thy enemy. Right? Well, you get it now. You get it.
Going on. Done. 1 Corinthians 9 and verse 26. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air.
Here, not uncertainly. So we running like you're uncertain about what the price that what the Most High get for you. Because the price that what the Most High get for you is in a certain price.
The reward.
He lists things, hey, this and this, you gotta do this and this, you gotta go through and stuff like that. So this price is a certain price. Because what? The Most High,
Yeah, quick. This is Hebrews chapter 6 and 10. For Yahawah Yahawah is not unrighteous to forget your works and labor of love which He have shown towards His name, in that He have ministered to the saints and do minister. Right? So basically the Lord is not unrighteous to forget the things we do. Our labor in we labor in this truth and still laboring. You say, hey, I ain't gonna forget it, know for sure that this is for real. Yahweh say what? Hey, a kingdom is, I go to prepare a kingdom. If it was not so, I would not tell you. You understand? So, hey, it's sure, man. Matter of fact, the kingdom already prepared. We're just going through the whatever, like the scripture saying Revelation, suffer a little more with your brethren, right? That when they fulfill, basically you're gonna be rewarded. You know?
That's what we're This Sirach chapter 2 verse 7. Ye that fear Yahweh power, wait for His mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear Yahweh power, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail. ask is basically straightforward, you know. They that trust in Yahweh Shamar Yasharahla, even until death in the face and the likeness of, you know, Jacob trouble, the things that happen, which in, hey, you're only in the flesh, things will come to you, you know, it's called a trial and our temptation.
Right.
So like the scripture says in Hebrew, you know, put away feeble hands, you know, and weak knees, right? Let it be cast out of the way because, well, Satan, the adversary, you know, he come as a roaring lion seeking who he may devour, right? So, hey, you know, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. Not just the name, but the belief, you know, the faith, you know, the temperance, the endurance, you know, the long suffering in the name. You know, Yahweh Shamar Yasharahla.
Because why? Because a lot of men gonna trick you and say, hey, they got nice thing about what? They got certain thing about what? It's a sheer promise and what? Lies. They can never tell you.
If I might add to your story, when you look at the pandemic that they had prepared, right? You know, they had a lot of lockdowns and so forth. You couldn't come out a certain period of time. All right? If you didn't have the vaccination card, you couldn't enter into certain building that had food or to do business. That was just a trial run. All right? And it's going to be worse more than that.
True, fact.
All right? You're not going to be able to drive your car because they're going to tell you that you got to put a tracking device stick on it.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to have access. You're not going to be able to go to pharmacies to get certain relief during the time of sickness.
And that's where you have to go back to the scripture.
That's right.
The words. Sirach chapter 38 and 4. Yeah, you get that,
Right? So another thing that is going to be set up is roadblocks. All right? Siege. All right? And if they...
Actually garrison is called.
That's right.
You understand? So that what? They're going to put blocks up. But you guys.
That's right.
Hey,
And they're going to have...
Because I was studying about this today.
That's right.
Go ahead, huh?
Right? And what they're going to do, see how they got all these base stations set up? All right? These are actually monitors which setting up a grid. They can see basically your movement with the heat sensor, and they can know directly that, hey, this person don't have an MOTD in them. And within a couple seconds, they can send a dispatch patrol out. Right? Drones too.
All
right.
Because how he says setting things up out there is basically everybody that have a job gonna be out of a job.
That's right.
Because if you're not part of the system, just as it's with WEF say, if you don't have that CF, you can't take part in nothing. And they put it so basic at buying food and water.
That's right.
That's basic.
Necessity.
There's necessity. You need that. So if you ain't get it, bro, you getting shut out the system.
That's right.
You can't use public transportation. You can't use your car. You can't use nothing. You see? You can't pay rent. You can't whatever. Even the seeds we buy.
That's right.
Right? For you to plant, you're gonna need the seed. You're gonna need the fertilizer. You're gonna need this.
Right.
So this man literally go, hey, if you don't believe in Yahweh Shamar, you'll be looking terrible.
That's right. If I might add too, right, they're gonna send out to a group called that dealing with something called hoarding sensor, right? Hoarding is where you store a certain amount of food inside your home. They're gonna send out actually this spot team, and they can ask how many persons in your house, how much food supply is last, and then they find that you have more than they require in your household, they can basically lock you up.
Yep.
That's how terrible they're gonna be out here.
That's like in China.
That's right.
They're doing that because if it's a certain amount of people you need in your family. You know? But hey, we living in a beautiful time, man. You know? And like the brother getting into 1 Corinthians 9, right? Hey, this race that we running, you gotta make sure that you're not, fighting against the air, bro. You know? Make yourself right with Yahweh Banyamyan. Get yourself together. You get it, huh? Oh, I was reading this. Get this precept for y'all. Baba Kusha, you get it? This is Hebrew chapter 11 and 6. It said, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder
of them that diligently seek Him. Right, so basically Ak was getting into, hey, he said he gonna reward you, but he gonna reward you evil. Whatever he said. But Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi gonna reward you if you believe in Him, trusting in Him. You see? It's just go back, it's just how it was in Egypt, man. Who led us out of Egypt? Yahawashi, using Moses. But guess what? Today the Lord is going to send back Yahawashi, which the angel in Egypt was Yahawashi. Right? So let me say that back properly. Right? The angel that led Moses, the children of Egypt out of slavery was Yahawashi. So Yahawashi himself is going to come to deliver us. Right? And you get it, huh? Children of Israel, Zilak. Slip it down.
Matthew 19 and verse 28. And Yahawashi said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones. So the Most High tell you in the end, this promise is sure. It's sure. Saying, if you are follow my son, that we are to teach you, and you do it, you go sit on 12 throne alongside Ian also. 12 golden throne. You mean that, yeah, you are being a judge, one the government. Yeah, government. Because why? In the new kingdom, you're going to be greatly rewarded. Because why? The Most High, our Lord Yahawashi say, you get 10 talent, you get 10 penny, you get 5 penny, 2 penny, and all go back to our wealth. It's not going to be like you start tricking on yourself, telling you, hey, this sure, not sure, now friend, when you're doing, find a way to say, they not come up, and they say some stuff like that. Because why? It's a simple example now too. We had to go and take a job. Now the job get just for blocks, plus the cast foundation and full up. Now they come and tell you, hey, you gotta cast cup wall.
Add more job, more work to do.
Exactly, because why? They don't promise you exactly that way you're supposed to get, that way you talk about. But the most I tell you, hey, he promises sure. This and this you're gonna get. This and you're gonna happen to you. So you don't see exactly what you're gonna get. You get nothing gonna add after what you know about.
Hey, scripture tell you Proverbs chapter 11 that you get it, Proverbs right?
Yeah, can't be why? Anything more added the most again, it is more goodness and goodness and goodness all the time. That's the only thing.
Yeah, Proverbs 11 and 1. See, a false balance is abomination unto the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So that is a false balance you're getting in this whole entire kingdom, man. When you buy a pack of chips, right? It's a big bag of chips. When you open the chips, man, the bag is quarter, right? And they put a set of butter here and all of these. What the fuck? Who eating here, bro? You understand? They said chips, but when you go in, it's here to put in the bag, man. You know? And that sounds like Egypt. When Pharaoh say what? Made blocks without straw. You understand? Because what they do, and I mean, hey, come on, and Jake still like this place. You get a job, and when you don't take the job, you add into the contract. You adding work, but you're not adding more payments, bro. That's some fucked up shit. Wait,
Well, this is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and 5. If a man also strive for mastery, yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully. Except he strive lawfully. So So you're being found for tribal after something that strive lawfully. If not something that you're playing around, when you get 1 foot in, one foot out, it's something you're being serious with. Hey, you don't want more, you gotta go through you go through it. Just like how them 7 brothers in Maccabees end up go through it. Because why? They ever say, hey, they have life. Because why? Those are the people seven brothers. They are put together. What they say, hey, we have life, but you it's death. Because why? The most side is our life. Because why? This spirit don't die. But for you, Esau, you will die. Because why? We will slaughter you. We will destroy you completely.
We end the shore.
Because Israel keep on coming back over and over. But in New Kingdom, when you're born, there doesn't just be one time alone in the kingdom. You're born and you're going to be living forever and ever. Not going to be no end. On top to we get planets, we get different planets full of children, wife and all that.
Like you buy the announcement name Malcolm. That's how the man that hang himself Shan. That's how he already come back, he reincarnate. You know, by the children of Sangani Baba. You understand that? He come back and he's a grandchild. The ex-wife thinks why? You understand? So hey, this is so the wicked them, right? They don't know about the reincarnation, right? And they believe that with the word reincarnate means again in flesh. You understand? And they think in kingdom it can be like, no, you know, you go, you come back, you go, you come back, you go, you come back. You understand? So hey, like these are the nation, you know, they can know exactly where it is. Because like every generation that we come back in there, as we make like, you either come as well, alligator bait, you know, you come to born you understand, you come through here, you know, it's different things to do to you. You understand? So yeah, Esau can get it. You know, he can burn and he got finish. In the kingdom, he got time to finish.
One of that probably was up.
That's what I meant.
Planet today, WEF says CBDC must be implanted under the skin if you want to participate in society. So WEF has declared that all citizens must be implanted with the CBDC microchip in the very near future in order to be able to fully participate in society and do basic things such as purchase food and water.
So you see this man set up show, hey, do basic thing because why? That is an everyday lifestyle you gotta get. Food and water because why? This man pollute the water them in the trench. And you can say, hey, you're selling water, and you're gonna need water. So you gonna set it up here. You gotta come and buy water because why? You can't get water, you can't get food. And all this man setting up things in auto, you wanna do iPhone fund they can't plant it. So you don't gotta use the soil. Just water, you use it and what chemical. So he set up things like that. So you mustn't plant and you mustn't get things, must depend upon this money. So you could take what? So you could take the digital currency. This is what this man is setting up. And when you understand the so-called white man, the elites, they are setting up these things. China, all them, Russia, India, all them, they're all going to end up under who? Esau. All them going to end up under Esau because why? He going to be controlling what? The digital system completely.
If I might add too, right? And even though they put in the article, I don't know if you go down the article if you might find it, but even some the newly born children that are in the hospitals, when they set up these things, they're going to implement a system whereas they're going to also give them the MOTB.
That's
right.
facts. Just as they had to get a forest job.
That's right.
He said it's compulsory. You know, and that children that live in that don't even have that job. You know, that people in Guyana and around the world will never even have a job yet in their life. And they're living strong and doing good.
That's right. Exactly.
They're not even catching a common cold, so-called common cold.
That's right.
If I can say something, I was looking at the documentary, right? What they say is RFID start checking that, right? What is realized is that when they chip these animals, when they young, the chip is actually become a part of the body basically, you know, and it's actually easier for them to control well, they did the experiment on mouse, right? So what they're saying is that when they grow up like that, they could actually remote control the mouse easier, you know, rather than if they see here an adult, you know, adult mouse. So the same thing they're gonna do to humans, right? They're gonna put it in the child, you know, so the chip is already in there and it's part of their system.
That was why it was necessary to get the job for the adults them.
Yeah, can.
Yeah.
See, that's how the scripture says, this generation shall not pass. So Esau must, you know, he could be thinking to, you know, like going back to the Renaissance again, a rebirth. You understand? So he's trying to birth a new generation of AI and technology, right? But hey, the scripture said this generation shall not pass, right? And at the peak, he gonna fail.
And if I might add to, they've been doing experiments. All right, they got something they call sleeves that they set up. I don't know if you noticed recently they had a big controversy talking about this Jamie Foxx clone and all this nonsense, right? Right? So Esau has been experimented, right?
He actually got a movie coming out named Tyrone.
That's right, right? And a lot of technologies that people see now, Esau is about decades and decades ago improved more than now. The many things that he hasn't brought out yet, that the Mosai has appointed for a specific time that he can bring out these things. Alright, the scripture tells you that one men's heart shall fail them because of the things where they're going to be seen, but the elect going to stand assured. They're going to stand assured. Not to say that they're going to see these things and say, well, wow, but what? They're going to put the trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. For example, Ezekiel, Elijah thought at one time that he was he alone, but yet as the Lord reserved 7,000 men.
like himself deserve in the earth. So that time it gonna be you between you one-on-one with the Most High, with the faith being tried. You see?
This is Second Ezra, chapter 11, 10 actually, and 56. It say, and then shalt thou hear as much as thine ears may comprehend. For thou art blessed above many other, and art called with the Most High, and so are but a few. So they're the few done by the elect, right? Only the elect will have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It will see evil, right? Because the scripture tell you they're gonna return and know to judge basically good from bad. You see? So yeah, the elect is gonna be safe from it, man. We're gonna know what is Isa playing and what is Yahawah Banyamyan. Because hey, Selakyo, one of the things they're gonna do, right? And it's gonna be this, they're gonna use these same celebrity, right? To actually push this MOTV more, right? Because even as you read the article, it still have some niggas saying that, you know, watch, it's a square CF. But, you know, GMS was saying that it's a right square. But it don't matter, motherfucker.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it's a CF.
Right.
Right? And guess what? To get it into your body, you gotta cut yourself.
That's right, that's right.
So it doesn't matter if it's square, long, triangle, rectangle. Come on, bro.
Even if they liquefy it, it still go back to the same thing what the scriptures say. It still go back to the same thing. The incision.
That's why the old scotch lip on your head. It's chip. It's a tail, you know. So yeah. But it's ridiculous.
And right there, what he's being confounded. Now, I wanted to just mention quickly that this same simple CA, the same plant, and it's beautiful how they use the word implant, because when you look up the word karagmatu, it go back to what? Pierce, right? To put in, right? But anyway, the scripture tell you in the book of Matthew 24:24. Somebody get it for me, Bible question. Just I'm gonna give it to you back around. I'll give it back to you. Matthew 24:24.
That's the precept.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
think this is Habakkuk chapter 2, reading from verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Let me tell you these people. This is a vision. You understand? These men bring out a vision. Now when these things do come to pass, ain't gonna be exactly. So we're trying to say the missiles, right? They should talk about the missiles being arrows. You understand? But there's not arrow. You understand? So here's these men, these things, man, you know, playing upon it. It's like you, right? This place is dusty, right? Playing upon the table, are you now trying to say, hey, it's not exactly how these men put it over how it is? You see? So when this thing do, you could live in doubt.
You gotta remember back in them time now, when they then called, hey, it is Ukraine bomb and stuff like that. They used to know, hey, arrow, spear and stuff like that.
Yep.
So they had a call, hey, spear and arrow.
Yep.
They had a call like that because it's something you're shooting.
Yeah.
That's
Ridiculous.
Now this is Matthew chapter 24 verse 24. For there shall arise false Mashiach and false prophets, and shall show great signs.
Great
and
what?
Signs.
Great sight. So you gotta look forward for this MOTV showing they're gonna be doing great things. Like it have people that desire that they should see the dead mother again, the dead father, the dead son, right? The dead grandfather, all kind of thing. Because one of the things he says doing on TikTok, he's making what characters, cartoon characters or men. You have an old picture, and they're allowing the portion to read, and they have face movements and all of these things. That go back to AI. This how powerful this thing is. Right? Go ahead, huh?
It says, and many false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, in so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
They shall deceive the very elect. Now, going into the article that I'm reading, now give me Isaiah chapter 44 and 24. Let me show you this here quick. Isaiah 44 and 24.
This is Isaiah 44 and verse 24. Reads, Thus says the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb.
Go ahead.
I am Yahweh, that maketh all things.
That make it what?
All things.
So guess what? This CM is a part of the Most High creation too.
That's right.
He made that. Right? They tell you that in Revelation chapter 1. You can put it anytime, right? Go ahead.
It says that stretcheth forth the heavens alone.
Go ahead.
And spreadeth abroad the earth by myself.
Read on up.
That frustrated the tokens of the liars.
That frustrated the what?
The tokens of the liars.
Good. And just like Ark was saying just now with me taking a chip and put it on here and say, look, this is the CM. Guess what? The Most High is frustrating them now because what? The WEF is saying what? You gotta take the implant in order to be a part of society. Read it back one more time, huh?